Hey guys, welcome. This reading will be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, and in particular for Mars. For your Mars placement in your birth chart, in your natal birth chart, please go look at the show more section below where you will find a link and you can see where Mars is and how Mars is aspected for you in your natal chart. It's very important for the reading because after all, this reading is for the Mars storm. We have a huge storm that is covering the entire planet of Mars, a huge dust storm. It's causing the planet to look even more red than normal, as it will appear on July 27th when we have the full blood moon lunar eclipse at 4 degrees Aquarius and Leo season, by the way. So Mars will also be very, very close to Earth, the closest it has been in the past 15 years, since 2013. So I believe, and I've been guided to do a reading because I think there is some significance to these stream of events for all of us, but I'm looking at it by elemental astrology, zodiac sign on the wheel. So this is the last reading. This is for Sagittarius. As a matter of full disclosure, I will let you know I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm very curious about this reading because I have a lot of things going on in my life. So I'm just very curious to see where this is going to go. So let's go ahead and start. At the head of the reading, look at that, we have the Queen of Wands. Sagittarius had this last time as well. I feel like this Mars storm is going to find the Sagittarius in the center of something, at the center of something. I feel like things that were let go for the Sagittarius. It's like things that they did in the past to solve a problem, somehow they let it go. They finally let something go, but I feel like it's resurfacing here. But the Sagittarius elemental sign and energy doesn't really care about the issue anymore. But now here it is. Now here it is. They've gone on to other things. They've moved on to other things. But now here this is. Now it almost feels like this, and I have to give the example because I do find it is important. It's as if you were trying to raise a lot of money for a particular project or for a particular purchase, and you needed to raise $500. And you were very intensive, you were trying to find every way to find this $500 because let's say you didn't have a job, you didn't have an income, you didn't have help, you didn't have support, and you really, really needed this $500. It wasn't for something that you desired, it was for something that you required. And you were doing everything you could to get this money, pulling out all the stops, trying to use any avenue in yourself that you could get it, every little talent, every connection. And it was slow coming. You were getting 5, you were getting 10, but it just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. It almost wasn't even there when you needed it. And then you just said, okay, I guess it doesn't go like that. And then somehow you went off in a different path, in a different direction. And now you have at the table, you have at your feet the potential for so much more. Not just the monetary gain, but a complete redirection in a positive way for life. And now the 500 is there. And it's almost like, oh, I can give that away now because I don't need it. But I'm glad it's here. It's good that it's here, but okay, that's kind of past now. That's what's in this. That was a long, sorry guys, I can only give you what I get. That was a really long explanation for this Queen of Wands. Let's see where else this is going. This is really interesting. We have Major Arcana, the Hangman. We also have the 9 of Cups. So here you go. It was something about limitations, limitations, and a gift now. Just the story I just gave, like a gift that you don't need anymore, that you almost feel like you can give up to charity. Doesn't have to be something physical or monetary. It can also be something within yourself that you couldn't afford to give before, but now you can afford to give it. You couldn't afford even to sacrifice this before. You just didn't have the means to do it. You didn't have it, but now it's there and you have it, and you can decide if you keep it or give it away. It doesn't matter one way or the other somehow. It's your decision. It's your choice. This is around relationships. If this is around partnerships, if this is around family dynamics. Again, I feel like people will be seeking you out. People will be seeking to make amends and connections with you. But you don't care anymore. It's not really important to you anymore. You have moved on. You have shifted in a way that these things like this are quite inconsequential for you, Sagittarius. So it's like you can decide to just be polite and nice with this Nine of Cups and smile and be nice and be cordial. But it doesn't matter to you one way or another. I feel like also people are coming towards the Sagittarius's or Sagittarii for relationships or for this type of contact and interaction. But the Sagittarius doesn't need this anymore. It was a point in their life where this felt important to them, or they felt a lack around this, or they wanted the contact, but now it just doesn't really matter to them. They are feeling good. They're feeling good just because, for no reason. Happy to be alive is what I'm getting. They realize the beauty of just being and living. And it's not taking much more than that for the Sagittarius right now. This is going very interesting. We have the 7. This is the 7 of Pentacles here. They're still waiting on something somehow. Sagittarius in there. Something in them is still a little bit scared that it won't come through or that they'll miss the mark. This is perhaps some ugly things from the past coming up, or even a fear for them of something, again, reappearing, resurfacing. They're a bit nervous about this somehow. Yeah, let's keep going. Look at that. We have the Ace of Cups now. So it's a new chance at something here, guys. I have to see where this is going. We have the Knight of Wands here. Let me have a look at this, please. Something about nervous energy here. There's also something about a need to get rest. Also in this, doing a little bit too much. This is also something about being a little bit overconfident here. Especially if you have a new skill or you've attained a new ability. Now be careful, I'm going to go here a little bit. If you know that you have kind of certain gifts or yeah, certain gifts or extrasensory perception or even intuition. You might almost feel like showing off a bit, you know, because it's exciting for you. Or even you feel a little bit with the 7 of coins, 7 of pentacles, like you need to prove something to someone. Someone may be asking the Sagittarius to prove something. I got it, guys. Someone may be asking the Sagittarius to prove something to them about their ability. Now, this could be from a professional standpoint for a career. This might also be job interviews where you're getting a certain heightened level of pressure, or you feel like someone's employing a line of questioning that seems a bit off, like you have to prove something that you've already proven. I'm losing it again, guys. Or someone's almost asking you to jump through hoops to prove something. Or again, if you told someone that you have some gift or something like this, they're asking you for proof of this, but you shouldn't feel pressure to prove anything to anybody during this time. Yeah, I think this was in another past reading for Sagittarius as well. Look at that, guys. This is so nice reading. I'm so happy with this. We have the universe. This is more than world. This is the universe, guys. So I find this very interesting with Mars rolling through with this storm and what I call the cosmic winds of change. Not in the traditional sense, but again, I was guided to do this reading. I feel like there's a type of homecoming in all of this for the Sagittarius now that is coming to the this is the beginning. This period around the full blood moon lunar eclipse and also with the Mars storm, this is the beginning of something. Perhaps the beginning of a new cycle of life for the Sagittarius, beginning of a new era of life for the Sagittarius. This is the beginning of it. This is the beginning. I do feel like there is some kind of a need for the Sagittarius too to it's kind of like belief, but it's like they've forgotten their dreams. Even here with this 7 of Pentacles, it's like they have forgotten their dreams or what it felt like to be in love, what it felt like to be excited, or what it just felt like to have these really sweet emotions. Not to say that the Sagittarius is feeling numb, but it's like they've given up on a lot of these aspects of life now due to the need to survive, especially with this hangman here at the head of the reading. They've given up a lot. They've sacrificed a lot in this survival mode. They've forgotten a lot of the pleasures of life, even shopping and splurging and just having fun. Even having fun. Not to say that they haven't, but it's just all seemed quite dull in a way. Not as vivid as before. So there's a vivid, an air of vivid, even delight or vivid. Something's coming more in color. Not feeling so black and white anymore. It's like life is becoming more colorful, even perhaps, is what I'm trying to say. Look, I just love this, guys. I just love it when this happens. That's the Queen of Wands twice now. Let's see what else this is going to tell us here. We have the Ace of Pentacles on top of the other Queen of Wands, Sagittarius. And we have the 6 of Pentacles on top of the 9 of Cups. This feels like in relationships where you've had a lot of challenges, I see resolution here. Offerings of peace here. Peace offerings. Mutual agreements. Being able to achieve mutual agreements between the two of you. And not having to pursue anything from a formal legal standpoint. Just mutual agreement, power of persuasion. There's also something here about a power of persuasion. But it feels like more with being clever and sweet and kind and compromising even. Not that you have to not be strong. You can still be strong. You can still be convincing in that way. But you're going to earn more by even smiling and being kind and gracious and letting bygones be bygones. There's also something here in this with letting bygones be bygones, guys. Some energy around this for a resolution of challenges or problems or conflicts in personal relationships. Just kind of letting things just be. We have the 7 of Wands. This is down in the area of work, money, career. This reading is running so long. I'm sorry, guys. We have the 8 of Cups with the 7 of Pentacles. We have 2 7s here, by the way, too. And we have Major Arcana, the Hermit here. And finally, we have, look at that, our little Page of Wands again. I think he showed up last time, too. See, it's just... So let's just jump into this a little bit with work, with career opportunities. I feel like Sagittarius will have to move. They will relocate. They may be moving house. They may be upgrading. This feels like an upgrade. Moving up or moving into a different apartment or moving on even. This feels like planning here. Having to have some precision in your plans. And this just feels like more the same. Having to jump through hoops to prove something to someone. And not letting someone take your power in that way. Don't over-repeat yourself either. If you've said something or explained something, let it be. This is let it be here. Don't keep trying to force your point or your issue, yeah? Be the wise one, and even how you communicate with people, with interviews and things. Be wise and, I lost the word. Be wise and conserve, maybe conservative or, yeah, that's the best I can say, like conservative with the information that you're giving out. And then here with this Page of Wands and with the universe, again, it's a new era for the Sagittarius era. E-R-A, guys. I know my pronunciation. You know, it's like finding delight again and finding vivid color in life again here. I'm going to go ahead and leave it. This ran so long for Sagittarius, but you guys were the last ones. And maybe I am a bit partial because I'm a Sagittarius, but what can we say? Sometimes it just goes like that. So guys, hey, thanks a lot. Enjoy the storm. It looks like it's bringing in positive winds of change for our dear Sagittarius. Take care. Bye-bye.